أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters, welcome to another lesson where we are in endeavors and in hard and very serious effort of trying to perfect the recitation of our Quran, of the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, so that we can perfect our recitation of it within our salawat. And we are focusing mainly on the last surahs of the Quran, the short surahs, where a lot of us actually use these surahs for our daily salawat. And alhamdulillah, over our past few episodes, we've managed to explain the purpose of these episodes, or the purpose of these shows. We've managed to explore some of the surahs, starting from Surah Al-Fatiha, and then Surah Al-Nas, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Lahab, or Surah Al-Masad. And then in our last lesson, we've actually explored Surah Al-Nasr as well. Today, inshallah, we'll be moving on to the next surah, which is Surah Al-Kafirun. Surah Al-Kafirun again is a very, very beautiful surah, very clear and very nice surah with an amazing meaning. Our job today, inshallah, is try to understand this surah in terms of tajweed, try to make sure we are reciting it perfectly, try to make sure we are saying every single letter in the way that it's supposed to be said. And we are trying to make sure all of the mudud and all of the rules of tajweed that we know of so far through these lessons are implemented in this surah bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Like we did last lesson, let's recite the surah first once, and then we'll explore the tajweed of it. And inshallah, whatever rules and regulations come along, I will explain it to you. And we'll make sure that we're on the same page so that we can progress into the next parts bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. We say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. That's Surah Al-Kafirun. Surah Al-Kafirun, as you may have already noticed for those of us who've been paying attention to our previous episodes, has a lot of focus on the topic of Mad al-Muttasil and al-Mad al-Munfasil. So with this surah, inshallah, I would imagine that we can actually say that Mad is more or less covered in terms of the Mad al-Muttasil and Mad al-Munfasil. So in our next surah that we come across, inshallah, we can focus more on other topics or other aspects of tajweed. Don't forget, we have a lot more to cover. We have the ahkam and nun as-sakina wa tanween. There are so many other rules of tajweed that we still need to explore. And even within Mad, there are so many variations of Mad, so many types of Mad, so many technical terminologies for Mad, which we haven't even spoken about. And we said before that if we feel like we want to know all of this, is very important to speak to a shaykh one-to-one so that they can actually teach you on a more of a personal level. So you'll have a better picture of the whole topic bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Let's now start from beginning of قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ and go step by step and really focus on the details of the surah bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. We say, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. When I say قُل, I don't want it to sound like قُل. That's too strong. A lot of us say qaf with so much force, it almost bounces within our throat, and that's not correct. It's from the back of the mouth. So really the end of the tongue and the end of the mouth. We say qul, qul, or we say qa, qi, qu. We say qul, ya ayyu. You tell me, is this mad a mad al-muttasil or a mad al-munfasil? Is it the connected mad or the disconnected mad? I think the answer is quite clear. Qul ya, and ayyu is the next word, so it's mad al-munfasil. Qul ya, mad al-munfasil. 4 harakat, of course. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. Kafirun, the ra is full because of the dhamma. لا أعبد ما تعبدون. لا is 4 counts. لا أعبد, أعبد. Now when we say أعبد, some of us make the ayn very, very strong and very sharp, and that's not correct. We say, for example, أعبد, أعبد. That's not correct because the ayn has got the quality of rakhu. It's a bit flowy. You can actually drag the sound of it. You can extend it a little bit. You can say لا أعبد ما تعبدون. Not to forget, of course, that the ayn is from the throat. ما تعبدون. Ma is 2 counts because of the fatha and the alif. 2 counts along the mad here. ما تعبدون. Ayn is again from the throat with that sort of softer quality. ما تعبدون. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. ولا again is 4 counts, and the mad here is al-mad al-munfasil because of the hamza being in the separate word or the word after the letter of the mad. ولا أنتم عابدون. Ayn from the throat. عابدون, عابدون. Now let's remember the dal here. A lot of us say the dal as D. It's not a D, it's a dal. It's not لا أعبد, budu is budu. Okay. لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. A lot of the words are repeated, so it's quite simple. But the mad here is the main focus, right? ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. And then we say ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم. ولا is 4 counts. أنا. Here, the أنا here, a lot of us think it's actually 2 harakat. We say ولا أنا because when in the rasm of the Quran or the khat of the Quran, sometimes in the South African prints we have the noon and the alif actually written being in other prints as well. We say, the ana is written like that, but it's actually short. So we say wala ana is short, it's not mad. Wala ana abidum ma abadtum. Abadtum. It's not abadatum. It's idgham here. Abadtum. Okay, and then we say ولا 4 harakat mad. أنتم. Here we have a rule called إخفاء, and إخفاء inshallah we'll be explaining in our next lesson بإذن الله تبارك وتعالى, because next lesson we want to move on to inshallah the rules of noon as-sakina wa tanween, so we'll come back to this. ولا أنتم عابدون ما 4 counts. ما أعبد. أعبد. The dal here is with qalqala. And then we say لكم دينكم ولي دين. لكم دينكم. D is 2 counts. نكم. نكم ولي دين. ولي دين. Some of us will say ولي دين. We say ولي دين as in we put more pressure on the waw and no pressure on the lam. We say Walyadin. It sounds as though the lam has got a sukoon on it, but it's actually waliya. Waliyadin. Lakum dinukum. You have your religion. Waliyadin. And I have my religion. That's the Surah Al-Kafirun, inshallah. In our next lesson, bi'idhnillah tabaraka wa ta'ala, we'll be talking about ikhfa, and we'll try to explain the topic of ikhfa, bi'idhnillah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Until then, please do practice Surah Al-Kafirun. Make sure you are clear about the topic of mad al-muttasil and al-mad al-munfasil. And of course, the mad al-asli or the mad al-tabi'i, which is the two harakat mad that we've reminded ourselves of. And of course, there is the mad al-lazim as well in Surah Al-Fatiha, for example, in other parts of the Quran. But we're trying to focus mainly on the tajweed that's relevant to the surahs that we are reciting, bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So please do practice these surahs. And when you do recite them in your salawat, make sure you are reciting them exactly how you'd practice it with your teacher. A lot of us, we know how to recite very nicely, but when it comes to salah, it's very, very, very quick. And that's not correct, because in salah is actually the main time for reciting the Quran properly, because now you're in discussion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So try to make sure you're reciting the Quran properly in your salawat, bi'idhnillah tabarak wa ta'ala. And until then, please do make dua for everybody, make dua for myself. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.